Hey everyone, this is Sabrina. Welcome back to my channel. I feel like I've fallen behind on sharing reading journal videos, but I have one today, and this book is called Bride by Ali Hazelwood, and she's actually a favorite author of mine. I just love everything that she writes, and I think I first discovered her with more of contemporary romance books, but this one is a paranormal romance, so something a little different, and I don't know if you've heard of this book, but let me know in the comment section if you have. It is an incredible book. I will talk more about it as we go through this video. Everybody had been raving about this book, and I don't know how it is for you guys, but for me, it's either I really love the book like everyone else, or it's really a miss for me. But this book was a hit, and I stayed up all night to watch it. My intention is to make this spread fancy, but I think it got a little out of control, and I'm not sure if it turned out exactly how I wanted, but I had a lot of fun playing and making the background of trees. This book centers around paranormal creatures like vampires and werewolves living alongside humans. It wasn't clear in the book, though, if humans know that there is vampires and werewolves. But anyways, there's these three different type of people, and I thought of the cover where there is the forest, kind of. And so I created the forest in grays, and then the Bride, which is one of the main characters, Misery, she has like these gold flowers in her hair, so I wanted to recreate something like that. And you can see here I'm kind of playing and figuring out how I can make those flowers. I originally stamped the flower in like the goldish ink that I have, then watercolored over it, and it kind of blended into mush. Then I tried stamping the flower in black and coloring it in that way, and that way actually worked a lot better. And so I really like those as something a little different to add to my spread, and like I said, kind of replicate the flowers in her hair. And once I have several of those, I can go ahead and cut those out and add them to my spread. I also added that border of washi tape to go along with the red in the book cover. My intention is to bring in just a little pop of red because that is such a vibrant red color. It's like a deep red. So I'm thinking that I will add in some stars, but I am going to run into a problem of where I don't have the same shade of red as the book cover, but I'm going to make it work. So I have several of these flowers, and now I can go ahead and fussy cut them out. I just cut around them, not the true flower shape. I didn't want to take all that time. And since these flowers were stamped on grid paper, and my journal is grid paper, you can't tell that I didn't like intricately cut them out. So I'm going to place the majority of them down in my forest, and I used an Ali Edwards scrapbook stamp set from a really long time ago to stamp all those trees. So it's 3 different types of trees that I layered in my little forest, and I made a small forest up in the top left where the book cover is, because I always like to have something up there by the book cover to add some emphasis. So I put the flowers down on the ground of the forest, in the middle of the forest, and kind of up at the top of the forest. So in varying heights to just add more visual interest. I then want to add some more stamped sentiments to help your eye travel around the page and just to add to the clusters. So I went looking in my stamp sets, and I found 2 from Syncopation designs that I knew that I was going to use, which is the genre Supernatural, and then another one that's from a different stamp set, and I will link it in the description box. It is All Nighter, because like I said, I stayed up all night reading this book. I then found some really old stamps from Everyday Explorers and Paper Person Shop that had like a wolf with a moon, and then another one that says there's magic in the air. So It's always nice when you can bust out those really old stamp sets and find a use for them. So I stamped There's Magic in the Air closer to the right hand side, and then next to that I can stamp the wolf. I felt like that made more sense, and then I stamped a second one in the forest up at the top. I almost felt like I shouldn't stamp a wolf up there because it's right next to the cover and the cover has the wolf on it, but it looked really good in that little tiny forest, so I went ahead and did it. You can see here I am stamping some stars in the red ink that I do have. I was trying to figure out which red ink would fit the best for this deep shade of red like I was talking about, but I didn't really have any, so I just stamped it in the different colors that I had. Later on, I am going to grab some markers and try to use some markers to make it a little deeper, but that didn't work either. So something that I've been doing recently is stamping words that relate to kind of the overall theme of the book. I know I did this in my last reading journal video, a 7-year slip, and The Happiest Man on Earth. I stamped strength, hope, and what if. And so I figured, you know what, I'm going to do this again because I really like it. Like I said, I like having a big word or stamped sentiment by the book cover to draw emphasis to there. So I thought of choices. And when I was figuring out where choices was going to go, it was going to go right across both pages, and there was going to be this weird gap between where the word was stamped and then supernatural. So I decided to lower where I was stamping choices and add some washi tape, and that way it kind of anchors the mini forest and it makes an even bigger cluster. So I've got a lot going on there, and like I said in the beginning, it just kind of got carried away. I don't know. It turned out, it was fun. It was fun to make this page. I'm just, like I said, not sure if it turned out the way I wanted, but I had a lot of fun, so that's what counts. I stamped choices and changes because that's pretty much what this book was all about, with the alliance between the vampires and the werewolves and how they want to bring them together and hopefully solve some problems that they were having in this world. So this is where I grabbed some markers so I could color in the moon and the clouds. I also wanted to color in the book on all-nighter and the book rating. I did not add the book number or the genres. I forgot, so I'll just do that at a different point. I also colored the moon on the supernatural stamp, but I decided not to color in the circle for supernatural. I think I forgot, but I could always go back and do it later on. I really do like how those words add something really big and bold to the spread. Okay, so here is my review. Normally I do a synopsis and then a review. This time I'm kind of combining both of them. I said I can't even begin to describe how awesome and extraordinary this book is. From the start I was hooked and I had to keep reading. I was even not feeling so great and under the weather, and I thought for sure I would fall asleep after reading just a few chapters. And I wound up staying up pretty much all night long reading this book. There's an alliance to be made between the dueling and dangerous vampire and werewolf clans. Misery Lark is a vampire who doesn't feel like she fits in, and she's asked again to uphold the peace by her father, who's a councilman. And Misery can no longer hide among humans and is forced to uphold this alliance, which includes a marriage to the werewolf. This werewolf is Lo Moreland, and he's the alpha who rules his pack with strong authority and seeks the just outcome. He's not exactly thrilled about the alliance, but does find Misery interesting. The marriage alliance is agreed upon, and Misery and Lo can't deny the chemistry. And then this is the point where I kind of ran out of room. I do decide that I'm going to add another little snippet over on the other side of the page. So just trying something a little bit different with how I talk about my books. because I just felt like it. I felt like trying something a little different. I am trying also on my smaller, like half-page reviews, trying to figure out a way to make those smaller and more condensed so that way I can get through the reviews quicker, because I do want to be successful with this project of documenting every single book I read. Wow, what was I thinking? I feel very behind, but I'm on summer break, so I am working on this slowly but surely, and I hope you guys are continuing to enjoy these videos. So on this left-hand side, I put this is a page turner, a beautiful and brutal fantasy world with incredible characters, a steamy romance, and alliance that will change the world. I would love to see more books in this world, and I loved it. So the quotes I picked was, maybe you're not meant for me the way I'm meant for you, but I'm going to choose you anyway, over and over and over again. And then the second one is, he cages me, pins me, and stares at me like he forgot where he is, and I'm something to be consumed like prey. So some really great quotes, and the second one really emphasizes that steamy romance thing that they've got going on. So, loved this book, and currently I just finished Guncle Abroad, which I absolutely loved, and now I'm going to read Paradise Problem. So, let me know what you guys are reading this summer, or what you guys are looking forward to reading. I am wrapping up the writing of the quote, and then this page will be all done, and I'm hoping to share April stats sometime soon. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'd love a thumbs up or a subscribe if you are new to my channel. Have a great day. Bye.